And we're live. Hello, folks, ladies
What's
and
up,
gents.
gang?
What's up, guys and gals?
Back
How's everyone doing?
again.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing on this Friday afternoon slash? It's still afternoon for you, right, Jax?
Yeah, it's only 3 here.
It's only 3 in sunny La La Land.
Oh god, it's hot as shit. It's 93 out right now.
Yep, still hot here too, and humid.
Mm,
Um,
disgusting weather.
in the dirty South. So, I'm Brian, incredibly average. Says it right there.
I'm Jax. If you don't
Yeah,
know by
if
now, both of us.
you oughta know.
Oh
Wow,
god.
that was really the hubris.
Oh, it's only the 7th episode,
It's
right?
only the 7th episode. You better know.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know? Sorry, that's from way
Better
back in the
call
your
somebody.
ass better call somebody. Midnight in Germany.
Nice. Thanks for staying up.
From Rainy Wells. It is
No.
sunny and warm and humid and thick here.
Ugh.
Like real thick. All right. Houston. Hello, Houston. Hungary.
Nice.
Email. Let's see. I see Dallas, Nolans, Nashville. Just from all over the place. Just from France.
Nice.
They're giving us kisses from France, Jax.
Bon nuit.
Bon nuit. Texas again. A lot of Texas. Out in the, it's hot in Texas
What's
right
up,
now,
Texas?
isn't it? I bet
think
you
it's
it's
always
real.
hot in
Bet you it's real hot in Texas right now.
Like Florida, it's always hot in Florida.
Yeah, it's real thick in Florida too.
Yeah.
Hawaii, Denmark, Cape Cod, Indiana, my mother's home. My mother's home state. She's from Gary. You don't go there. You don't even stop at stoplights in Gary.
Mine's from there too.
That's right. We talked about this.
Yep.
We got London, Scotland. Sorry, guys. I'm just going over stuff. This is awesome seeing where everyone's from.
I like it.
Canada, London, UK, Cincinnati.
WKRP.
New York, huh? New York, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Colorado. We're just letting guys file in, letting everyone file
wasted
in.
a few minutes.
We're just wasting a few minutes. For those who don't know, we are going over the 2016 deposition of one Amber Laura Heard.
Yeah.
Who at the time was still Amber Laura Depp. And this was when she was seeking a DVRO, a domestic violence restraining order. She had a TRO at the time, and she set for a deposition before Spain.
Hey, España.
And things are heating up. We finally get into some of the abuse accusations. We left off with her starting to describe the phone throwing incident in as best as she could. Australia, nice to see you. It's tomorrow in Australia. Look at that. McSquirrel.
Hey, McSquirrel. She's all over YouTube today, man.
Man, just bouncing all over the place.
Yep.
More Texas, Australia, Myrtle Beach. We're just throwing it all up here. Mormon country. All right.
Utah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Utah, you said it. Norway.
Nice.
DC. All right. 84 in Indiana. It's a little hotter here. A little further south. Portugal.
Very nice.
French Caribbean. Oh, man, I wish I was there.
God.
North Dakota. Man, don't you? All right. We have rolled through a lot of introducees. And I'll try and click some super chats as we go. I'll star them, send them over to the other folder. It's good to be back. It's 105 wherever they are in Cali. Really good to be back. We're going over some stuff. We'll be pausing along the way, discuss some things. Things are really starting to heat up. We are about to get into scenarios where, Amber is coming into this as the accuser, the plaintiff, if
Mm-hmm.
you will. And we're about to get into some situations where she's about to find out that they know some stuff, and she's about to get asked about some of that stuff in terms of who was the abuser in their relationship,
Yep.
who was the one who liked to get physical. And so you're going to hear a lot more of her. You're going to hear a lot more of Charles Harder, who is her attorney, and a lot more just trying to save her, Oregon Coast. All right, we got a little bit of a crowd in here. We got about 1,700 sets of eyeballs, and we'll get going. We are 5 minutes in, so I think it's a good time to just
Let it
roll
rip.
it. Let it rip. It's about 45 minutes of it today, 45 minutes of footage. This is going to be the last volume. Parts 7 and 8 will end it, and each are about 45 minutes a pop, and we'll have some nice discussion and kick off our Labor Day weekend with a bang.
Oof.
Without further ado, here we go.
This marks the beginning of media number 4 in the video deposition of Amber Depp. The time is approximately 5:30 p.m. and we're back on the record.
Ms. Heard, you were discussing your claims that Johnny Depp threw a phone on May 21, 2016, and thereafter grabbed your hair.
Yes.
I just wanted to reorient you to where we left off.
Thank you.
Prior to you saying Mr. Depp doing that on May 21, 2016, had you ever discussed with Io Tillett Wright anything or made any claim to her that you'd been abused by Johnny Depp?
I talked to her about a little bit of the violence, yeah.
You'd specifically told her about violence.
Yeah.
And your other friend, Elizabeth Mars, had you ever discussed with her prior to May 21 that there had been violence between you and Johnny?
I don't think so.
And
I don't
how-
remember ever
okay.
speaking to her about that.
Okay, and how about any other person? Did you tell any other person other than your mother prior to May 21 that Johnny had been violent with you?
Yes.
Who?
Well, Raquel Pennington's fiance, Josh, had been in the room when I would either come over or when either I would go over to theirs or they would come over to mine immediately.
So you told Josh.
Immediately preceding an incident, and I would still be bloody or bruised, or they would overhear, or they would, you know.
Did you tell Josh that that Johnny had been physically violent with you?
I think Josh was in the room when Raquel and I would be talking about it, or Josh would walk in with Raquel immediately after an incident had occurred where it was clear.
Objection, move to strike. It's a yes or no question.
Oh,
Did you ever tell Josh Drew prior to May 21 that Johnny had been violent?
I didn't have to tell Josh. Josh saw.
The answer is no, correct? You had
Wait.
never told him prior to May 21.
Argumentative.
Correct.
Let her answer the question.
Is that
Listen to the question and answer that question.
I don't recall specific times of telling Josh specifically.
okay? Any other person that you specifically claimed Johnny had been violent with you prior to May 21?
Yes.
Who?
Melanie.
Melanie Iglesias? Okay. Who else?
But I didn't have to tell her much. Melanie walked in once.
Did you tell her anything?
I don't remember what I told Melanie, but Melanie helped clean up blood and hair.
When was that?
December.
December
Melanie cleaned, actually covered my bruises for an appearance I had following an incident where I had 2 black eyes and a busted nose and a busted lip, and she covered the busted lip. My hairstylist had twice, on 2 different occasions, covered up bruises and or missing chunks of
Did you
missing
tell
hair.
your hairstylist?
I did not.
Did you tell any other person your claim that Johnny had been violent prior to May 21?
Just
I'm-
think, take it slowly. She's asking for a narrative, so think about it.
No, I'm asking for a yes or no answer,
That's-
Ms. Hurd. Prior to May 21, did you tell any other person besides your mom and besides, I think you said Raquel, did you tell Raquel prior to May 21 that you were claiming that Johnny had been violent with you? Any other person other than your mom, Raquel, and Melanie Iglesias? Did you tell Melanie Iglesias?
I don't recall having to tell her. Yeah, I don't recall to what extent, but yes.
You did tell her.
Yeah, she saw. So I didn't really have to
Whether-
explain.
Okay. Whether or not she saw, did you ever tell her?
I confirmed.
Meaning you spoke words to her about Johnny having been violent with you?
I confirmed what she could deduce
How did you confirm it?
by crying and not denying what she said she realized is going on.
So isn't it the truth you never used any words to describe any claim that Johnny had been violent with you with this woman?
That's wait, stop. That is misstating her testimony, Blair, and it's argumentative and it's harassing. Ask your question and give her some space to answer your question.
Ms. Hurd,
you're asking her to go back in time and recall things, and she needs a moment to do that. And I know you want to rush through this, but she needs a moment to think about these things.
Did you use words to tell any other person that Johnny Depp had ever been violent with you prior to May 21, 2016?
Yes.
Who?
Among the other people I've listed, I confirmed it to my dad, who saw a picture of my face on my mom's cell phone.
When did he see that picture?
December.
December 2015?
Yes.
Okay. And you told him that Johnny had been violent with you?
It was the first time I ever admitted that to my father. And I used the words, Johnny beat the shit out of me. And I never heard myself admit that to my dad before.
You told your father in December of 2015 that Johnny beat the shit out of you.
He called livid on the way he was getting in his truck to come to LA because he saw pictures on my mom's phone.
Did you tell your
It's a
father?
yes or no question. You answer yes or no.
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay. Did you tell any other person or claim to any other person that Johnny had been violent with you prior to May 21?
Yes.
Who?
Amanda de Cadenet, after she asked me.
When did she ask you?
She asked me on several occasions.
When was the last time prior to May that she asked you?
I can't remember a specific date that she asked me, but I certainly confirmed it at her birthday party when she caught me trying to put makeup over my bruises.
Ms. Hurd, on May 21, as a result of you saying that Johnny threw a cell phone at you, did that cell phone make contact with you at any time?
Yes, it did.
Where did it make contact with you specifically?
On my face.
Where on your face specifically?
What felt like my eye, around my eye.
Can you point to where it made contact as you sit here today?
It felt like right around the side of my. It felt like the side of my face and cheek. Felt like my side of my face and cheek. But in being pulled around by my hair, I somehow incurred some bruising on my body, and my
She's
head
focused on this part. That was the question. Listen to
sorry.
the question.
Where did you incur contact with the phone you say Johnny threw at you?
Asked and answered.
Can you point to the place on your face where you were saying the phone hit you?
It felt like the side of my right side of my face, around my eye.
Okay. Do you not have a specific memory of where it hit you?
Objection. She just said it.
I'm pointing to a specific part of my face.
Okay. What part of the phone hit your face?
I don't know.
Okay.
I kind
Seriously?
of had a hard time viewing the phone as it was being hurled at me.
Okay. Can you point specifically on your face as to where the phone made contact with you?
Again?
Yes.
Asked and answered for the third or fourth time.
Make the record reflect that the witness has repeatedly, not touching her face,
I can
motioned
touch my face.
around the right side of her face and her eye.
Is that not?
She's pointed
I'm
to
not actually touching
the
it.
side of her eye, the
I'm
right side of her
pointing
right
with five
eye.
fingers even.
Okay. Is the area that you are saying that you are circling the area you claim that the phone hit?
I'm touching with 5 fingers. I'm pointing with 5 fingers the area that it felt like I was impacted.
Okay. And as a result of that impact, did you seek medical treatment?
After May 21st, no.
At any time after May 21st, did you seek consultation with any doctor or other medical professional?
No.
Isn't it true that you've never at any time sought medical treatment with a doctor after any of these times you claim Johnny was violent with you?
Objection.
Not true.
Calls for a narrative. Compound. Vague and ambiguous. Go ahead.
Not true.
When have you sought medical treatment for the claims you're making related to domestic violence with Johnny Depp? If ever. Yes.
In December, I sought medical treatment.
Where did you seek
Twice,
medical treatment?
actually. Once on the
You're interrupting her, Blair.
in December, I think it was 16th, right after the incident. As it was likely, I had a concussion because I wasn't quite sure how the night ended. I had been punched repeatedly in the back of the head, and I was bleeding from my lip. Felt like my nose was broken, and
Who did you see? What doctor did you see?
I'm trying to answer you as
Okay.
best I can. If you'd please allow me to.
Of course.
Argumentative.
My friend Raquel got on the phone and asked a private nurse because it was late.
Who was the private nurse?
Her name is Erin Borum.
Okay. Did she work for Johnny Depp?
Yes. Well, no, she does not work for Johnny Depp.
Did she work for you?
No. she
Had
does
you
not.
ever had any
she worked-
contact with her as a nurse prior to that occasion?
Yes.
When?
For the year or two prior.
Okay. So you'd had a 2-year relationship with this nurse.
She has had a relationship with both Johnny and I, and works for works for our doctor, Dr. Kipper.
And she specifically treated you prior
Vague.
to this December incident in 2015 for the year before, you say?
What are you asking me exactly?
Had she had an interaction or relationship with you as a medical professional prior to December of 2015?
Asked and
Yeah.
answered.
Yes.
And isn't that true that she had that relationship because she was advising you and helping you with a drug issue?
No. that
She
is
never
not-
discussed a drug issue or
Wait.
helped you?
Vague and ambiguous as to the term drug issue.
Did she ever assist you or have a relationship with you regarding any drug-related matters connected with your personal health?
Vague regarding drug-related matters.
If you mean illegal drug, no.
How about prescription drugs?
Yes, as she's a nurse who works for my doctor, and she was traveling as Johnny's backup 24-hour nurse for his sobriety issues and his detox post this opiate detox. And so she was around.
When you claim you sought medical treatment in December 2015,
Twice.
did you go to a hospital?
The second time I sought medical advice, it was in my doctor's office because the headaches wouldn't go away, and I was worried I had some sort of low-grade concussion, if there is such a thing. And I'm not a medical professional.
Did you tell your doctor?
All right. Just nonsense. Just nonsense. So, Nurse Erin Borum testified, gave a deposition for the Virginia trial. She was very much not Johnny's backup nurse.
No.
She was very much assigned to Amber. Amber was her client, her patient, and for addiction purposes to recreational illegal drugs. It's all in the Virginia testimony and trial and bundles and everything like that. But of course she's like, no, it was for his opioid addiction and not illegal. Not illegal stuff whatsoever.
Erin's primary job was to take care of Amber.
Yep. She even testified that there were times when she would have to tend to Johnny or anything or something like that.
Sure.
And vice versa with Debbie Lloyd would do the same for Amber, and Debbie Lloyd was Johnny's. And see how we're able to just say that? Yeah. We don't have to like dance around it. Like that they each had a nurse that helped them with addiction and everything like that. That, Jesus. But no.
But it's also like Kipper is his primary care physician, and it's what's called concierge medicine, which is that you have someone on standby all the time. If you have an issue, you can just call them. And obviously somebody like Johnny's not going to be walking into a regular emergency room for whatever strep throat or something. And so, you have this person that is able to take care of mostly whatever you need, unless you get your finger chopped off, then that's another issue.
Then, of course, he even says he tried to do some triage. He did some initial cleaning and everything like that. But you can hear him in the Australia audio talking about what all it's going to need. And it's just beyond the realm of what he can offer in a hotel room or a rented house, that Johnny does need to seek emergency medical attention, which he does. Which is when you can hear Jerry Judge saying that Johnny's important right now, and that's when she tries to twist it during this deposition, when she has a 5-hour recording of everyone. So just to follow up, we followed up with the May incident. Notice how she would never say she informed Josh or that she informed Melanie or she directly told anyone. It was they saw and they knew, and I knew that they knew, and I just confirmed. Did you tell people or not? I mean,
she's impossible.
Like, did Melanie just come in and be like, oh my God, did he drag you up the stairs and headbutt you and pull chunks of hair out and everything like that? And Amber's just like,
That's exactly what happened.
That sounds about right. Whatever you just said sounds really, really intense. Let's go with that. And she says it was very late. It actually wasn't. According to Raquel and her testimony, it was middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
That December incident. And if you go back and look, and I meant to do this in a December video, if you go back and look at the pictures that were taken, Raquel claims to have taken those upon arrival.
Oh yeah.
After the December incident, and it's still middle of the day. Like sunlight is still blasting through the bedroom windows and everything. When she takes the picture of the bed and everything, like sunlight is just blasted all over the place. So it didn't happen late at night. And you're about to find out when she went for her low-grade concussion. She's not a medical professional. She doesn't know. But when she went for her low-grade concussion check at the office the next day, that just full of sass today. Just full of I'm just
full of it.
So freaking over it.
Hey.
When she went, she's going to tell you that she spoke to somebody and calls them a nurse, and it's a freaking receptionist. And that they didn't evaluate her for anything. That nurse Erin actually did come and evaluate her and saw none of the injuries she claims to have had.
None.
Like no broken nose, no black eyes, no clumps of hair missing, and did evaluate her in person.
There's also the official medical note that we got from when she went to see the other nurse practitioner, Monroe Tinker.
Yeah,
That's like
but and she says that
no, no
and
asymmetrical
nothing. It's just
facial features, no jaundice, no
nothing,
discoloration.
no discoloration, no
Fucking
anything. And she
hilarious.
says that she's like, is this where she's about to tell us that she spoke to a nurse and it wasn't a nurse, it was a receptionist?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean,
And
we
then,
didn't find that out till later,
but
but she's
we
like,
didn't.
yeah, I spoke to
But,
Nurse Lisa Bean or whatever.
she's gonna say that she spoke to a nurse, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's in this. And I'm not spoiling anything. She spoke to a receptionist, and she's calling
Yes.
that receptionist a nurse. And the only evaluation, or the only thing that they offered at this medical facility was to tell her to stop drinking so much wine.
Yep.
She says she doesn't know how the night ended because she was knocked unconscious, but no, she probably doesn't know how the night ended because they told her to stop
blacked
drinking
out.
so much wine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through some of these real quick. Several more people in here now.
Do it.
Do it. Rachel, welcome back, Rachel. Always good to have you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Morgan with 2 N's. Thank you so much for that, Morgan. We really appreciate it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll get right back to it here in just a second. Natasha, thank you so much. Hi, Brian and Jax. You always make me feel good when I see you. Well, thank you. Because
Appreciate
this
it.
is, yeah, we do appreciate it. I'm glad you feel good because this is just a nightmare to set through. So I'm glad we have a few thousand people to set through it with us.
Totally.
Let me remove this so I can. There we go. So I can get that.
Ohio.
Ohio. Jill Downey, always good to have you back, Jill. My faves, hi from Ohio. Perfect 84 degrees in Ohio. That's
nice.
Nice. That's perfect. You can do anything in that weather.
No.
Rhonda Wise, thank you so much for the generosity. Thank you, Rhonda. Morgan again, hey, from Utah.
What's up, Utah?
Yeah, Utah. That's you. You frequent Utah enough.
I sure do.
Nicole, what's up from Oregon? Thank you, Nicole. I like how everyone's putting where they're from.
Yeah,
too.
I like it.
Hi from New Zealand. It's a sunny spring morning. Oh, but it's
Very
beautiful.
nice.
It's real beautiful out there. I'd like to go. I'd like to go to Australia, but I think like everything, the most poisonous everything is out
everything
there.
wants to eat you.
Yeah, and then if it's not poisonous, it's just like muscle and teeth. It's like great white sharks and saltwater crocs and like house cats will kill you out there. Maura O'Reilly. Thank you so much, Maura. Thank you for all your hard work. I said she would claim DV in 2015. Oh, nice. Good call. And when she did, people wanted to know how I knew. I said she was predictable. I did not know who she was in 2015. True story. Lena, hi from Finn. I didn't know who she was.
That's good for you.
I didn't know who she was until she was cast as Aquaman. For those who don't know, I'm a nerd.
I still wish I didn't know who she was.
Yeah, I do too. I'm a big nerd. I'm a big geek. I like all things like comic books and video games and all that stuff. So when she was cast as Mira in early 2016, that's the only time I knew who she was. And I had to look up who she was, and it said she was married to Johnny Depp, and I was like, I didn't know that. But so I am just destroyed over what they're doing to DC and what they've done to it. They need to just let me take it over. I'll do
sucks.
It right.
Yeah.
Hi from Finland. Thank you, Lena. First time watching live. So glad some of y'all.
Awesome.
I like seeing all the new ones that come up and say they're finally able to catch it. And we've been trying to mix up the times. Almost a psychologist. Thank you for the 20. Thank you for the super sticker.
Nice.
Almost a psychologist. I almost need one.
Oh, God.
Katrina, thank you so much. Hello from Seattle, Washington. Kathleen, thank you. Pete Tragos must be golfing. I assume he is. I reached out. I did not give him enough of a heads up. That's on me. He will join us at some point for either the last round of this or maybe some of Raquel's. Yep. And but that's on me. I didn't give him enough of a heads up, but I told him I would next time. But we have talked. We have finally conversed. Catherine, thank you so much for the super sticker. Corin, thank you for the super sticker. Danielle, thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. This is really generous. I really do appreciate the support. Lisa Crow, hi from Scotland, watching live for the first time. Another first timer. Welcome, Lisa.
Yeah.
Sheer day. In my opinion, it makes no logical sense that she's so forgetful about events that occurred not even 3 months prior. Good point. Especially about alleged traumatic events. Either she was drunk or high.
Or it
Sure, we
never
know
happened.
which. Yeah, or it never happened. And she is just, she's notorious for flipping the script. She's
Yeah.
done that where I think we're going to hear some of that coming up. We actually do have that little chunk of audio where she tries to literally flip the script
Yes.
on who was committing the act. And that's when all the panic sets in. Yeah, it's amazing how much detail she can remember when Virginia happened just recently.
Right.
6 years after, but just months after, she remembers nothing. John O'Rourke, welcome back, John. Always good to have you. I was 8 minutes late, but stoked to be here. You guys are very punctual, and YouTube is late on sending out reminders. Yeah, I try to send out as many notifications as I can that it's coming up. Which sessions are your favorites? Thanks, my dudes. Want to hear from both you dudes. Yes, Jax.
What's up, John?
That means Brian, shut up. Let Jax talk.
No, you're fine. It's your channel. You talk.
Which sessions are your favorites?
I don't know, dude. The ones with
Poignant as always. Jesus, I'm just
does
kidding.
does that mean which podcasts are my favorites? Because the ones where we're not playing this deposition are my favorites.
The ones where we can just like discuss stuff, and
Yes.
my favorite one is the one right after Fairfax, where we just start out cackling and we just kind of introduce ourselves and we talk about how we got into this, and we just kind of, for
We
lack of
talk
a better
about
term,
Virginia
we just,
and everything there.
just
Yeah, that was a
shoot
good
the
one.
shit and talk about Jaws again for 5
Oh
minutes.
my god, hilarious.
If you don't know that story, go to Jax's channel, Movies, Myths, and Movies, Myths, Movie. I always make it plural.
Yep.
Movie, Myths, and Monsters on Jax's channel. And go to the very first video we did, and you'll hear the Jaws story.
Yep.
And it's
The
maybe
intro to season 3.
maybe funnier to us than anyone else, but I don't care. It's
Probably.
hilarious. We
That's
are
all right.
very punctual. I watch this countdown up here, and I count it down to Jax, and we get rolling. Lies are bumping into lies. Thank you, M4A now. Welcome back. Lies are bumping into lies. Hard to keep them all straight. Would love to see her text history and Google searches. Wouldn't we all? How to cry tears on command. Yeah. Thank you, Brian and Jax. Thank you, Deborah. S. Burns. Good morning from down under.
Good morning.
I will never do that again. I'm sorry. I have finally made it for a live. I raced home from boot camp. Wow. Awesome.
Awesome.
Kudos. I have my Macca's breaky, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Thanks for the video, guys. Thank you. Jonathan Shaw. That's a familiar name.
Sure is.
All right. We'll get back to it. Anyway.
Let's go.
Johnny Depp had committed domestic.
Was in my doctor's office because the headaches wouldn't go away, and I was worried I had some sort of low-grade concussion, if there is such a thing, and I'm not a medical professional.
Did you tell your doctor that Johnny Depp had committed domestic violence against you?
Wait, that's a privilege with a doctor,
Oh, okay.
so don't answer.
Did you just, you said you sought treatment for the domestic violence from the doctor, correct?
Wait.
That was
Okay,
worded.
okay.
I sought medical treatment because of the injuries inflicted on my head and the lasting pain I was having from them following Johnny punching me repeatedly in the back of the head, among other things. I went to a doctor's office and sought treatment based on those injuries.
Okay. And did you feel it was important to share what those injuries were?
At the time, I felt it more important to protect the privacy of myself and Johnny, and was worried about the repercussions that could befall him.
Okay. Did you ever at any time request medical records from this doctor for purposes of these proceedings?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you provide those records here today?
I didn't bring anything with me today. I did not.
Did you provide them at any time prior to any other human being?
Other than, you can't answer as to counsel, and obviously,
That's not true, but
excuse me,
go ahead.
We brought a stack of documents. We've asked about 7 times that she be allowed to take a look at them, and she's never been allowed to take a look at them.
And there's not a single medical record in there.
Okay, well then there's your answers to that
two.
question. So why are you asking?
Because the witness just testified that she provided medical records.
I didn't.
So-
I didn't hear her say that. You keep.
Did you obtain medical records in
I
relation
obtained
to
them,
this
yes.
case? Okay. After you obtained them, what did you do with them?
Don't divulge any communications with lawyers.
Okay.
What is the doctor you are referring to when you claim you went to a doctor for injuries suffered from violence by Johnny Depp?
It's been asked and answered.
What is the name of the doctor?
Asked and answered.
I'm sorry?
It wasn't answered.
Yeah.
It was. She said it.
Really?
Yeah, you weren't
Could you-
listening.
Well, I said Erin was, but that was, she was the one who did the initial midnight concussion check.
Erin's not a doctor, correct?
No, she's a nurse. She said
Stop
medical
being
professional.
argument.
Okay, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Okay, it is almost 6 o'clock. I've asked all day that you speak one at a time, and I need you guys to speak one at a time.
She can go as fast as she wants.
Okay.
You shouldn't.
Okay. Sorry.
What is the name of the doctor?
Can I answer that?
Mhm.
Okay. Dr. Monroe.
What's his first name? Do you know?
I just know him as Dr. Monroe.
Does he practice in Los Angeles?
Yes.
Where?
I don't know his exact address.
In Beverly Hills?
Yes.
And in terms of what you claim happened after the time you say Johnny Depp threw the phone to the time Johnny Depp left and you didn't see him anymore, your testimony is he hit you again
Vague.
after the phone hit you? Are you claiming that Johnny hit you?
Are you asking on another incident or specific?
No, May
incident?
21.
As I said to you before, I was sitting on the couch with my legs crossed, and my head was down in my hand. I was crying and screaming, "You hit me!" So the impact of his hand, I don't know if it was to grab me by the hair to get me up off the couch, or if it was just an impact into it in and of itself, but it impacted me nonetheless. Next thing I know, he has me by the hair, and he is taunting me about not being able to see. Let me see your face. Let me see your eyes. Let me see. You really hurt this time.
Objection, move to strike, non-responsive. Did he hit you after the time you say he threw the phone at your face?
I oppose that motion to strike.
I just answered you that I couldn't tell if it was a hit or not. My hands were in my hands.
Okay, so you don't
Crying,
know. Okay.
and the impact of him and an appendage of his hit me with force.
Okay. You claim that after he hit you with the phone, he broke a magnum of wine on the floor of the apartment where you were?
I don't know if he smashed it on the floor or if he just threw it on the floor and it didn't smash.
There was
sorry, I don't
broken
remember.
glass on the floor?
Yes, he broke a lot of glass things that left glass on the floor.
And that was where you were, around the sofa and around the
That
stairs
was
in the
on his
living
way-
room?
On his way out, which is more in the kitchen.
Okay, in the kitchen.
Because
Was there
other-
any broken glass? I'm sorry.
Slower, please.
Sorry.
Are you claiming there was any broken glass anywhere else on the first floor of Penthouse 5 other than the kitchen?
I don't know. No, I don't remember.
Do you remember whether you're claiming that there was any wine on the floor of Penthouse 5 after you say he hit you with the phone?
Yes.
And the wine was spilled and visible?
Yes.
Okay. And were there any other broken objects scattered on the floor of Penthouse 5 after you say he hit you with the phone?
Yes.
What were they?
Some these huge, heavy silver candlesticks, candelabra sticks. Those were on the floor, broken. Baskets of fruit that we had on the kitchen island. There were fruit everywhere. Baskets on the ground. The containers holding the spoons and fork, kitchen utensils. Those were spilled. Things that were on a lamp. A little statue thing, among other things.
And your testimony is that after he had done these things, Raquel Pennington came into the apartment, correct?
Yes, but I do not recall if how much of what I just described has been broken. I don't know how much of that had been done before Raquel walked in, because I know he did a lot of it on his way out.
Okay. Had any of it been done by the time that Jerry, his security person, and Sean, his security person, came into the apartment
Vague.
on May 21?
Like I said, I can't remember if or how much of it had been done by the time Raquel entered. And Raquel entered before Jerry.
Okay. At the point that Jerry Judge and Sean Bett were in the apartment, do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And your claim in your declaration is that Johnny was still screaming, correct?
Yes.
And Johnny
Yes.
was throwing things, correct?
Are you on a line and page? Are you
No, I'm just remembering what is said.
Okay, just
I wanna-
focus.
I am focused.
Okay,
Okay.
I just am interested in the truth. So if you could tell us,
I would love to.
when Jerry Judge and Sean Betts were in the condo, is it your testimony that Johnny was still screaming?
Yes.
Is it your testimony that Johnny broke things in the presence of Sean Betts and Jerry Judge?
I believe so.
And he broke wine bottles?
I don't know to what I don't know what things he broke in front of them or what happened next. I am on the couch crying, being covered by my best friend after having this happen to me. So I have limited ability to tell you what exactly was broken when Jerry or Sean's eyes are pointed in any specific direction.
And you're claiming that Sean Betts and Jerry Judge stood there and did nothing, though, while this was happening, correct?
They weren't there the whole time.
During the period they were there, your claim is that they did nothing, correct?
They walked in and most of it had been done. He had already charged at me, to which Raquel threw herself in between us, put her arms up, protect us. He'd already pushed Raquel's arms away, intimidated her. We're both back down on the couch. He's protecting me, and he's screaming at me at the top of his lungs, which is what I can only guess served as the impetus to get Jerry Judge and Sean into the room. While he's screaming at me, and I'm looking down, and he's screaming at me, taking a step closer and screaming louder each time. Get the fuck up, Amber, get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Amber, you hear me? Get the fuck up. And I can only imagine, because it was so loud towards the end, that they came in. So I can't tell you the exact moment. Was it at the third threat or the 10th threat when they walked in? But at some point they walked in, and he turned his head, and I hopped up off the couch, ran to the side corner of the room, and said, "Jerry, help me! If he hits me one more time, I will call the police."
But you'd already asked to call 911 by that point, correct?
I didn't know if I was even on the phone when I was screaming.
Objection, non-responsive, move to strike. You had already asked to call 911 by the time you say Jerry Judge was there, correct?
That's incorrect, because that's to assume that I had somebody to whom I could ask to call.
Did you ask to call 911 prior to when Jerry Judge was in the
I didn't know
apartment?
any.
Vague and ambiguous.
Prior to when Jerry Judge was in the apartment on May 21, 2016.
Vague and ambiguous. And
What are you asking me?
asked and answered.
Had you asked to call 911 prior to this time you were describing when you say Sean Bett and Jerry Judge came in the room?
Vague and ambiguous.
No.
Asked and answered.
No.
I yelled, "Call 911." Asking implies there was someone to whom I could ask this question, and as I have stated before to you, I didn't know if anyone was on the line.
You never asked either of these security individuals to call 911. Isn't that true?
I don't think I asked them to call 911. I threatened to call 911 if Jerry stood by and let him hit me one more time.
You threatened that in front of Jerry Judge and Sean Bett to call 911.
No, I threatened to call the police if he hit me again, and if they let him hit me again.
In front of Jerry Judge and Sean Bett.
To Jerry Judge.
and in front of Raquel.
Yeah. I
And-
said, Jerry, if he hits me one more time, I said, Jerry, help me or whatever. If he hits me, or he's hit me, and if he hits me one more time, Jerry, I'm going to call 911 or I'm going to call the police because what else am I going to do?
And by that time, you were already injured, correct?
Yes.
Your face had been hit by the cell phone.
It had just been hit.
Okay. And there was a mark on your face?
How would I know?
Well, did you learn there was a mark on your face later that evening?
Marks develop.
Did you
So
see
do
a mark
things.
on your face later in the evening?
Yes.
When later?
I don't know in the exact time I looked in a mirror. It's the first time.
Okay. After Johnny had left or before?
Oh, Johnny left right not too long after that. In fact, they told him, we got to get out of here. He smashed some things on the way out. I know that for sure.
After or before is the question. Focus on the question.
Okay. Can you repeat the question?
When did you first know that there was a mark on your face that was visible, that you could see any indication that you had any injury or marks on your face on May 21?
Asked and answered.
Are you not willing to tell me?
You can answer, but
Oh.
you've already answered. I mean, you.
Oh, again,
Here's
I
the
don't
problem.
know.
You keep switching the question. So you ask one question, and then you switch the question around and to something that she's already said. So go ahead, Amber. Say what the answer is.
I don't know exactly what time it was that I was able to look in the mirror and see the damage on my face, but I do know that it felt bad. It felt puffy and sore.
Puffy and sore before the police arrived, correct?
It hurt immediately.
Okay. And your claim is that there were marks on your face prior to the police arriving, correct?
I don't know if there were marks on my face or how puffy or how red it was. I don't know how it looked because I probably didn't spend any time looking in a mirror immediately after.
Is it your testimony that there was, in penthouse 5, bottles broken, correct?
In Penthouse 5?
Yes.
Yeah, Penthouse 5 was destroyed.
Destroyed. Glass on the floor,
Yes.
wine spilled,
Yes. In the hallway as well.
clear signs that there was damage and
pictures of it.
vandalism in penthouse 5, downstairs.
There was clear damage done downstairs in Penthouse 5.
And you believed you had clearly been assaulted by Johnny Depp, correct?
Are you asking me if I believe I had been assaulted by Johnny?
Yes.
Yes.
You believed he intentionally threw a cell phone that had hit you in the face and committed domestic violence. Is that true?
I can't know what his intentions were.
Did you believe at that time, prior to the police arriving, that he intended that you be hit with that cell phone?
I believe that he threw the cell phone at me and directly, and he was very close to me, and he had great aim.
Isn't it true, Ms. Hurd, that the Los Angeles Police Department, Officers Saines and Haddon, arrived later that evening and spoke directly with you?
I don't know if they're the first set of officers. I don't know the first set of officers' names.
There were 2 sets of officers that spoke directly with you, correct?
The second set were further away from me, and they didn't speak to me alone in any real way. By that time, another hour had passed, and things had calmed down and been cleaned up a bit, and so.
So you spoke
don't
with
remember.
2 separate sets of officers directly about what had happened, correct?
I spoke to one set of officers very directly, face to face. The second set of officers, I don't remember if I even got up off the couch and spent much time with them. I remember the interaction to be brief.
Isn't it true that when the first set of officers arrived, there was 1 bald officer and 1 female officer, correct?
I vaguely remember. I know that it was at least, 1 woman and 1 man.
And isn't it true that when those officers communicated with you, they asked you what happened?
Yes, it is true.
And at no time did you ever tell them anything related to your claims that you've made today
Vague-
about anything that had happened on May 21, 2016?
Vague and ambiguous.
What do you mean?
You never made any claim to the police on the evening of May 21, 2016, that Johnny Depp had been violent with you in any way.
I can tell you what I said to them.
Tell me.
I said I declined to give a statement at this time, at the advice of my counsel.
Did you make any other statements to them?
They asked me if he was still here, and I said no. And then they insisted on. They said, "Is this where it happened?" And then I said, "Well, yes."
Where what happened?
They said, "Is this where it happened?"
What happened?
The incident for which they were responding.
Did you ever at any time describe any incident with your husband?
Again, all I said to them was, I declined to give a statement at this time, as per my advice of my counsel.
Isn't it true, Ms. Hurd, that the officers responding, the first set of officers, specifically asked you if the person that had been with you at the time, your husband, had assaulted or hit you in any way?
Are you asking me if they asked me specifically, had I been hit?
Yes.
I don't remember them asking me, have you been hit?
Did they ask you, had there been any contact between you and your husband that was physical?
I do not remember them asking me, but I do not think that they asked me that question.
Isn't it a fact that you were speaking and looking directly at the officers as they were talking to you on the evening of May 21, 2016?
I spoke to them very briefly, to which I did have eye contact with them face to face for a brief moment.
Isn't it a fact they were in your apartment with you for over a half hour?
No, they were not in the same apartment as I for over half an hour.
Isn't it a fact that they were given access to Penthouse 5, the first floor, to do an inspection?
Yes, they were given access. At their insistence, they said they must see everything to make sure that I am safe.
And did you allow them to do that?
Yes.
Isn't it a fact when they made that inspection of Penthouse 5, they did not see any broken glass on the floor?
I don't know what they saw or didn't see. I wasn't ushering them around. They did that by themselves with, I guess maybe Josh was showing them around. But there was extensive damage to which we have plenty of evidence.
Okay.
Extensive
Please.
damage as videoed
To
by
which we-
police body cam. Highly suggest going to check that out.
Yeah, please go watch the body cam footage. It's the second set of officers, and unless they had a whole new set of stuff to redecorate with and piece back together and replace, and I mean, there was no damage. To say Penthouse 5 was destroyed, of which we
Destroyed.
have extensive evidence, it's just, come on.
It's laughable. This whole thing
Please.
is laughable.
It's a bottle, not even broken, on the floor of Penthouse 5, which you claimed was Penthouse 3 at the time, and
Yeah.
you've used that picture twice for 2 different dates in Virginia, and it's nothing else. It's nothing shattered, nothing broken. It's picture frames stacked up on the bed upstairs, which you didn't even say Johnny went upstairs and destroyed anything.
Smash
You
anything, yeah.
Yeah, Johnny actually never broke anything upstairs, according to you. Everything was downstairs, but you took a picture of the picture frames on the bed upstairs. The officers saw nothing. She's like, I don't know how messed up my face was, but she was texting Melanie, my face is red and swollen and stupid.
Yep.
As the officers were there. But don't come over. Melanie's like, do you need us to come over? She's like, oh God, no, God, no. Don't come over. I'm fine. Oh God.
Oh, God.
We'll wind it back, but just I saw some people saying they needed a pause. So A pause that you shall get. I was just like, just head in hand, just Can't.
Yeah.
cat.
I cannot.
No real damage. Agreed. No real damage. All right, let's go over some stuff. Let's see what the peeps have to say. I started some that were just normal. As I would scroll through, I'd see some stuff because third point. We'll remove. I'm a hairdresser, and that hair isn't ripped from the head. And she said Kevin Murphy took the photos in the UK trial. As confusing as spilled wine. Yeah, Kevin took his own photos. They took photos, and then when Kevin arrived, after he was there for some time, they called him into Penthouse 4, and he took photos, and that's why the hair looks different, because it had been picked up and placed back down at some point over the course of that morning or the next day, and that's why his picture looks different than the original picture they took. And correct, it is not pulled. The hair is, I mean, her hair was pretty long, and the hair,
it's like a little tuft of hair.
Tuft of hair,
Nothing.
like that, like 4 inches long.
Yeah.
Because you can see the finger, you can see Raquel's finger in there too, and so you can kind of measure it.
Yeah.
Gauge it based on that. Let's see. Amy, love the commentary. The addition of facts from YouTube makes it awful deposition bearable. Thank you. Yeah, it's the best we can do.
Seriously.
We're managing. The way she describes Johnny beating her, she should have been black and blue all over. Agreed.
Totally.
Multiple broken bones, etc., which would have required hospitalization.
Exactly.
Correct. The only one that ever went to the hospital, Johnny. Nicole, thank you so much, Nicole. San Francisco Giants fan. I'm sorry.
Nice. Right.
She never definitively answers a question so that she can backtrack later and say, no, that's not what I said / meant. Agreed. Yeah, she definitely does that. How can you not just answer where you were hit? She gets on my whole nervous system.
Oh my God.
Agreed. Same, Nicole.
So irritating.
Right?
This is so hard at this point.
It feels like work.
I fucking cannot. Oh.
Yeah, how can you not know? And she's like, remember the impact? She's like, it was impact from an appendage, and I don't know if it was because he was grabbing me or hitting me, but there was impact, and I incurred some bruising and other. God,
was it last time when she said he revoked the phone?
He revoked the phone from my hand.
Oh God.
Anyway, bring all the sass. We bringing it. Bringing it. Valerie, so funny. You guys are from Gary, Indiana. Both of our mothers are from Gary, Indiana. Not for all we know, they might have met one another at some point.
Yeah.
Same here, born and raised, and really don't stop at any stop signs in all of Northwest Indiana. Good to know.
Yeah.
I don't visit anymore.
Nope.
I don't even like most of my family, so it's all good. Spaghetti Badger. I don't like that little thumbnail.
That's awesome.
What is it?
Flying Spaghetti Monster.
What? Say the first word there.
Shawarma.
You're the literate.
Literate. I don't speak Welsh.
Okay. Also, Shmwe, from Wales. Also, when you're concussed, the vomiting and constant headaches are the clue. Yes, they are the clue. I have a concussion. Yeah, you probably shouldn't go to sleep.
It's very dangerous. You can have bleeding in your brain. You need to have an MRI. You can die even if you think it's not a big deal. You can have what's called a lucid interval where you're acting normal for a few minutes and then you just keel over. You need to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Nah, let's do this over the phone. Rugby loose forward player here. Yeah. Oh God. Then you've had a few. Amber, thank you so much. Yeah, it's pretty obvious to everyone at this point. This much Amber likes to drink and party. From H-Town here. Wishing I was up north. Escaped to Montana often though. Nice.
Very nice.
She's from hell. Michelle Snell. I don't know. Michelle Snell, thank you so much. Hey, from Montana. That's where she wants to go.
Yeah, Montana.
That's where she wants to go. Talk, discuss, get to know one
Talk
another.
amongst yourselves.
Yeah. Hey from Montana. Yay, I finally caught alive. Good to have you.
Fantastic.
Lisa, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for that, Lisa. Lisa's always leaving kind comments. I see when I post, I see like some of the same people posting comments when I put one of these out. Kelly Brunner, thank you so much. Super sticker. Thank you, Kelly. Mallory, what about the text to her dad? I assume you mean the text about Johnny beat the shit out of me when she said that. What happened to that? Never heard anything about that and can't find anything on a Google search. You won't because she doesn't actually produce this stuff. If it exists, it might be in the Virginia trial bundles somewhere where I think there is some discussion between herself and her mother, Paige, who has since passed. And she was sending her mom pictures that she was claiming Johnny did. And then I think there was some discussion saying that her dad was going to come, like he was getting in the truck to come up there, and Amber said no for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Talking trash and truths of the alliteration.
Love it.
Every time I hear she was in a movie I've seen, it reaffirms how basic she is because I have never noticed her in any of them. She's a dime a dozen.
Yep.
Agreed. Yeah.
Couldn't resist.
Behave yourself. Francis, she doesn't remember the iPhone hit her face. Yeah. I didn't get a good look at the phone as it was flying at my face. You didn't dodge it either, apparently. Like, you didn't even duck. You turned into it. From where Amber's sitting on the couch and where she says Johnny was standing, she actually would have had to have turned her face this way. She would have had to, naturally, the phone would have come this way.
Yeah.
If he's leaving the kitchen, if she's sitting where she claims she was sitting, he would have been off to her left at an angle, and she claims it hit her here, which means she would have turned her face this direction.
Yeah, because he's right-handed, so
he is right-handed, and she would have been on this side, but she didn't. Just like when she looks at the picture earlier in this deposition, she looks at the picture and she looks at it and she goes, "What would that be? Like a right hook?"
Yeah.
It's on the right side of her face, and she doesn't even know.
Face.
She's like, that would be a right hook. Oh God. Okay. D, love you guys. Feeling the sass. Yeah, there's plenty of it to go around.
Oh God.
I should have got a drink before this. I really should have. It's Joe McKinley. We still got like 10 or 15 minutes of this left, guys. We're gonna get back to it, I promise. It's Joe McKinley. Thank you so much. Here's to Brian being sassy and over it. So over it. Long may it continue. Why would you wish that on me, Joe?
Oh my God. This is a fate worse than death. Holy shit.
Jax, I love your laugh. I do too when she starts wheezing. There it is.
Laugh. Should have heard it in court when they were reading Johnny's text messages. This guy was sitting next to me. I'm like,
we were sitting there just fucking poking each other.
I was holding my mouth and the wheeze was coming out, bro.
And you just see us like putting our head down, just bobbing up and down. Thanks for you two for making me laugh just out of the hospital, and you guys never disappoint. Have a great weekend. And fast recovery to whatever you're recovering from. Speedy recovery. Indeed. Thank you so much. Liz, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for the generosity, Liz.
Appreciate it.
Debbie, thank you for that. Wow. Thank you so much, Brian and Jax, for all of your hard work. Finally caught alive, and we're glad you did, Debbie, and thank you so much.
Awesome. Welcome.
For the kind words and the generosity. We really do appreciate it. Catherine Hood, thank you so much. It is interesting of how she can spout out the lies. It is interesting to see how the appeal is going to go, and more lies to spew out, but only in briefs. Ugh.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think the appeal, if you want my opinion, Jax, I think the appeal is not really going to do much because I think she was given a more than fair trial, and
but you can't introduce anything new, so it's not like she can go in there and be like, but he also attacked me in Switzerland, like. Yeah,
you can't do that. And you can't just go in there on the grounds that social media affected the trial. The trial affected social media.
It's all about the legalities of the trial. It's like errors of law, etc. It's not like, I don't like this outcome, so F you and reverse the decision. Like, that's not how that goes.
No. And I thought she was given a lot of leeway in the trial, her and her team.
Totally agree.
She and her team were. Katrina, thank you so much. Watching live for the first time. So fascinated. Good. Awesome. We are fascinated and over it.
We are. horrifying.
Anna, but thanks everyone for joining, because this
Yeah,
really
thank
does feel
you.
like
We're
does
taking
feel
the
like
piss, but we really appreciate you being here, and we're happy to put this stuff out.
we're happy to put this out, and I'd rather do this with a crowd and with
Oh,
people
for
that can
sure.
chime in, and we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
have a little bit of a yuck every now and then about it, and
Yeah.
just share in our disgust
Misery.
and
Yeah.
misery, and just have a good laugh every now and then. So I'm glad to be doing it with friends. I always want to make these feel like we're just hanging out with friends. So thank you so much, both. Your commentary makes you like this. It makes me watching Amber Heard tolerable prevents nightmares. UK midnight. I hope you're still up. I'm sorry I didn't get to that sooner, but I hope you're still up. Almost a psychologist again. He should really stop touching her. Weird. I highlighted that because a lot of people are pointing that out, that he's just keeps touching her just anywhere and everywhere, and she's supposed to have rules for people touching her. Indy H 818. She's so evasive. Thank goodness they weren't married longer. Still be giving this deposition. Thank you for your commentary.
You can see the rules of touching Amber are very heavily effective by the photos that Jessica Krause has been putting out from the Elon parties.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, if you haven't seen those, go check it out. House and Habit.
Yeah, lots of touching.
Lots of Hollywood stuff. What are you guys doing out there, Jax? Jesus.
I'm in my house doing nothing with my dog.
Okay. Kate Marie, thank you so much. Thank you guys for suffering through this again to share with us. It's the only way I would suffer through it again, is to be able to share it with y'all. Totally. You are appreciated. It's a plus that it's like sitting around watching with friends, like we just said. That's what we enjoy about it. We want you to feel like you're part of the show here, because you very much are.
Be like Blair.
Share day again. Be like Blair when dealing with fuckery. My new mantra. Yep, absolutely. Corin again. So why are Amber Heard and Rocky no longer friends? Well, if you hear Josh tell Amber's version of it, Kelly McNaught, who is a Hollywood stunt double and seems like an all-around decent guy from everything I've seen of him. He met Raquel through Amber while she was filming Aquaman 1 in Australia, and they kind of hit it off, he and Raquel, and hit it off so much that he moved back here. They moved in with Amber for a little while. Amber claims that they ran up a bunch of money on a debit card, stole money, fought with neighbors, had parties, did cocaine, all this other stuff. That's to hear Amber tell Josh. Now, Josh, what's that?
Amber said.
Amber said. Now, that's what she told Josh because, well, Amber's the one who introduced the guy who ended up marrying Raquel, who Raquel cheated on Josh with when they were married for a few months in Australia. Yeah. So, and she really needed Josh to testify for her on her behalf. So, of course, everything fell apart because Raquel and Mr. Kelly McNaught are pieces of garbage, according to Amber. I'm inclined to believe that Raquel finally found someone who saw her as worth more than what Amber saw her, and that didn't fly. Yeah. So that's what I think, and I would love if Raquel doesn't watch these. I get it, but if you ever do, it's okay to claim. It's okay to come clean and take some level of agency back with your life, and be the person that he probably believes you to be, that probably became an issue between you and Amber in the first place. You were being used, and you are still being used, and you don't have to be.
Nice, Brian.
Ames Van Mercer, thank you so much. Someone answer Amber's phone. Yeah, it keeps ringing.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my phone. Just smashes it. Mary Henderson, thank you so much for the super sticker. Anna, thank you so much. After 7 very mild concussions, immediately vomiting. Again, with the concussion symptoms, everyone knows. Slept and huge face bruises. Long-term have amnesia, neural deafness in one ear, and neural double vision. Wow. See, they'll mess you up. Oh, my God.
Totally Brutus. Will. Somebody said they wanted to see Brutus. So
yeah, you got to show them. You got to show them. Guys, we're going to get back to it. We're almost to the bottom of these, and then I'll reload.
Brutus.
Lorraine. Oh, Brutus. Took my girl to the vet. I took Layla to the vet today. She had a mask. She had that mask on her neck So wish Layla speedy recovery, and folks. Lorraine, thank you so much. Caught the live in Ireland. I followed you both down the rabbit hole after the trial via previous vids. You pulled back the veil 3 years ago. Amazing work. Thank you so much. We're happy to have you anytime. And yeah, it's been a long road. Allie, thank you so much. Hold up. She can't remember the POs 3 months later, but questions their memory after 6 years. Yep. That's how she does it. Denise, thank you so much for that. Thank you for supporting the channel. Joe, again, considering there are special rules for touching her, yet this naughty grabs at her permanently. She never flinches, and I know been said already, but this, yeah.
Yep.
And then another super sticker from Denise. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we'll get back to it. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. Thanks for Brutus is barely hanging in there. Look at him.
He's over it too. Done. You guys, when you guys gonna be done with this bitch?
God, he's so sick of hearing her. I know.
I'm tired.
With those ears. All right, we'll add it back. All right, guys, we'll get back to it. I'll rewind it just a bit and let it catch back up.
Testimony here today that the
Yes.
isn't it a fact when they made that inspection of Penthouse 5, they did not see any broken glass on the floor?
I don't know what they saw or didn't see. I wasn't ushering them around. They did that by themselves with, I guess maybe Josh was showing them around. But there was extensive damage to which we have plenty of evidence.
Is it your testimony here today that the officers saw extensive damage?
I don't know what the officers saw.
Had any of the damage been cleaned up when the officers arrived by you?
By the time the second set of officers arrived, we had cleaned up the kitchen and cleaned up a bed and cleaned up, yeah.
By the time the first officers arrived, had you cleaned up any damage to Penthouse 5?
I don't think so.
Okay. Isn't it a fact that you went with the officers to Penthouse 5, the first set of officers?
No.
Is it your testimony that you never went to Penthouse 5 with either of the officers of the first set of officers on May 21?
Exactly.
Isn't it a fact that the officers testified at proceedings in this case that they in fact went with you to Penthouse 5 and interviewed you in Penthouse 5?
Calls for speculation. You're asking what officers testified about?
How would I know what they said?
Did you ever call any police officers after May 21?
Have I seen any police officers?
Have you
after
ever
21?
contacted any police officers after May 21?
No.
Okay. And did you ever make any attempt to contact the officers who were there with you on May 21, 2016?
I got their business card.
Okay. And upon getting...
They left their business card.
Okay. And did you ever make any attempt thereafter, them leaving their business card, to contact those officers?
I did not.
Isn't it a fact you never, at any time after those officers left on May 21, made any attempt to contact the police?
I did not personally.
Did you have anyone else contact the police?
We attempted to.
Who is we?
It's privileged.
Okay.
You've attempted through counsel to contact the police?
If she did, it's privileged, so don't answer.
Did you ever tell any officers at your house on May 21, 2016 that Johnny Depp had done anything wrong to you?
Can you repeat that question?
Did you ever tell any officers at your house on May 21, 2016 that Johnny Depp had ever done anything wrong to you, that night or before?
You're asking me if I've told them?
If you told
that
them on May
he-
21, yes.
Again, I said to them, I decline to give any statement at this time as per the advice of my counsel.
Did the
They
police...
did make a comment to me about it seeming unsafe. That's why they needed to check the apartment. They made a gesture to my face. They said I looked hurt. They also pulled me aside and said, look, just say a statement. We can make sure you're safe. Just say a statement or give us a statement and we'll go get the guy. And they said the exact same thing to Josh.
Is it your testimony that a police officer on May 21
Yes.
told you that it appeared you looked hurt?
He or she gestured, I can't remember which one, to my face and said, we can tell you've been hurt or you don't look good or something to that effect, but I don't remember the exact words they used.
But something
No,
to
they
that effect?
didn't.
Is it your testimony? Let me ask.
She gestured, I can't remember which one, to my face.
Bro,
and
I
said,
fucking can't. I cannot. No, they did not. Fuck you. I could not. Cat could not fucking hold back. What the fuck? Brian's done.
Oh my god!
No, they fucking didn't.
I'm like scrolling through like chats and shit, and you're just like, no, you didn't. It's just like blaring. My dogs are barking.
God bless.
Uh,
No, they didn't. Fucking this bitch loves to put words in people's mouths, especially when they can't respond.
So sorry for that, folks. We're experiencing
No,
some
you're not.
technical difficulties.
I'm not.
We'll be back to the
God.
smooth jazz stylings of Lies with Liberty.
Mhm,
All right.
Moving on.
okay, back
Moving
to
right
it.
along.
We good? We good? We got
Yep.
that out of your system?
Good. I got it out. Handled. Handled.
Jesus Christ.
we can tell you've been hurt or you don't look good or something to that effect, but I don't remember the exact words they used.
But something to that effect?
Yes.
Is it your testimony? Let me ask you, did the officers ever say they saw enough to arrest Johnny when they were with you on May 21, 2016?
Well, they said to both myself and Josh that all I needed to do was give a statement in order for them to go get the guy or go make an arrest. Maybe they use word the arrest to me, but
And your testimony is here today that one of the officers told you that?
yes.
And was it a male officer or a female
Like
officer?
I said, I really can't remember which one it was.
During
They
the
also-
time the police arrived, from the time the police arrived till they left, did you ever at any time call any other human being on a telephone
What?
while the police were at your property on Broadway? Did you ever call on the telephone any other human being
While
the police were there?
Not that I recall. I don't know.
You didn't recall? You don't recall calling anyone?
I said not that I recall.
Okay. Yes. Did I mishear you earlier? Did you not say that you called Samantha Spector while the police were there on May 21?
It was not while they were there. It was before they were there.
Before they were there and after you called 911,
I did not call 911.
after you asked to call 911,
I screamed, call 911.
your testimony is between that time and the time the police left, you called Samantha Spector, correct?
No.
Your testimony is that before the police got there, but after you screamed, call 911, you called Samantha Spector.
I called Samantha Spector after Johnny left, and I was being comforted by and protected in Rocky and Josh's apartment. I could hear Johnny still trying to get into the apartments, demanding to get into my apartments, kicking in the doors, throwing the wine bottles. There's still holes in the doors you can still see to this day from that. And even though it was scary, I wasn't sure if the cops were on the way.
Focus on the question.
And I wasn't sure if the cops were even on the way. And a few minutes later, Josh came in.
Do you
and
remember the
said-
question?
Yes, I'm trying to answer. Because I want to be as accurate as possible. Josh came in and said, the cops are here or downstairs or something. What should I do? What should I say to them? And I said, I don't know. I wanted to know how to handle it. I think I probably called counsel. I don't know when I called
Okay, but it was after you learned that the cops were there to find out what to do?
I don't know.
Okay. And after you learned that the cops were there and you called Samantha Spector, was Samantha a friend of yours?
Claim privilege.
Was she a friend of yours at that time?
It's attorney-client privilege.
Wait. If she's a
Um,
friend or not?
No, fine, I don't care.
Can you repeat your question, please?
Yes, when you called, at the time you called on May 21, Samantha Spector, after you learned that the cops were there and you wanted to call her and did call her, was her relationship with you as a friend?
You just said that I called Samantha after the cops were there, and I have just told you I'm not quite sure when I called her, if it was before the cops were there or not. So I just don't want to answer your question and validate that comment you inserted into the question, if it's okay.
Isn't it true, Ms. Hurd, that you called Samantha Spector on May 21, 2016, because she was representing you in your divorce?
That's attorney-client.
Was
No,
she your
hang
attorney?
on. In connection with your divorce, there hadn't been a divorce filing, so you've got a problem
Okay.
with that question.
Then what did you say to Samantha Spector
That's
when
a
you
tr-
called her on May 21, 2016?
Wait, what did you say to Samantha Spector?
That's my question.
privilege.
Even I know that's
All right.
privilege.
Okay, good.
And it's
Thank you
privileged
very
because,
much.
Ms. Hurd, she was your lawyer at that time, correct?
Or she was a lawyer.
I am a lawyer.
It's privileged, don't answer.
Do you know, answer the question.
Okay?
Counsel is directing the client not to answer whether a call made to another person was privileged because it was her lawyer.
Because it was a lawyer. Any communication with a lawyer.
No, sorry, Charles.
You may want to brush up on that, Mr. Harder.
Oh yeah? Seeking legal advice from a
Miss-
lawyer is privileged.
Miss,
You just said talking to a lawyer.
Seeking legal advice from
Excuse
a
me.
lawyer is
May-
privileged.
may I-
We'll
yes.
go to court.
She shouldn't be speaking.
Ms. Hurd,
Yes, ma'am.
prior to May 21, prior to, let's say, May 22nd, when you say all these things had happened, did you ever commit domestic violence against Johnny Depp?
Objection. I instruct you not to answer.
Is counsel having his client invoke?
I'll also object to it.
It also calls for a legal conclusion.
Yeah,
Well,
concur.
what's the basis for the
What is,
instruction?
may I ask the basis for the objection?
The instruction.
An instruction not to answer.
It calls for a legal conclusion, and it Fifth Amendment.
There you go.
Prior to May 22nd, 2016, had you ever struck with your hand or fist Johnny Depp?
When Johnny would be hitting me, I did my best to stand up on my 2 feet, emotionally and physically. I did my best to defend myself.
Objection, non-responsive, move to
I
strike.
picked up my hands as best as I could. I tried to.
Okay, Ms. Hurd, prior to May 21, 2016, had you ever thrown an object at Mr. Depp that hit him in his body?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Had you ever slapped him prior to May 22, 2016 with your hand?
Like I said, Johnny's a much bigger man than me, and when a bigger man slaps you around, you do your best to defend yourself if you can, and I don't know to what extent I was able to do that.
We're going to take a short break.
How much more time do we have?
38 minutes.
What is the
Love how
purpose
you
of the,
were like- you
what
were
is the
like the
purpose of the
alarm.
break?
We're entitled to a break, and we're taking a break.
No, not yet. May we ask what the purpose of the break is?
Just take a
We're entitled to a break, and we're taking
We're
one.
in the middle of a line of questioning. Can you please
Thank
sit
you.
down?
No, we're
There was
gonna.
no question.
Are you
then.
joking?
No, guys, I don't
We're
know
taking
what
a
you
break.
expect. Trust me. I can
We
only
have-
do one at a time.
Taking a break.
So,
All right.
How much
38.
We're not
time?
off the record.
It's okay, I'm
We can
asking
go
a
off the
question.
record. We're just asking how much time
I
is
just want to know how
left.
much time is
The time is
on.
approximately 6:15 PM, and we're going off the record.
Ah,
Oh my god!
it's so irritating.
For those wondering why she dropped the accusations immediately following this,
Yeah.
this
Mhm.
this is why. Because notice she didn't even flinch when she was asked if she ever struck Johnny Depp. If basically when the turntables,
Yep.
Uh,
Exactly.
when that happens, she's sitting here like this and she's just going, just death stare.
Yep.
And then immediately Harder's like, we're taking a break. We're entitled to a break and we're
Yep.
taking it. I mean, he doesn't, and she can't get the microphone off quick enough. They don't even go off the record. They're just like, we're out, we're bouncing.
Yep.
Because they have got to get their stuff together.
Well,
Oh
he
my
had no
gosh.
idea. You
He-
could,
you
Harder
could see-
had no
you could see his hand.
idea.
Go back and if just
Indulge us.
let's just for a moment, if I
Oh
can.
Lord.
He starts
do
reaching
you
over.
ever commit domestic violence against
Commit
Johnny
domestic violence.
Objection.
Good or
He's
fake.
over here like,
I instruct you not to answer.
Depp? Is counsel having his client invoke?
Totally unfazed.
Oh, yeah.
I'll also
Look at
object
her,
that
just-
It also calls for a legal
opinion.
conclusion.
like, oh, y'all really gonna do this?
What's the
Okay.
history of
What is, may I ask the basis for the objection?
the instruction?
There is none.
And
There is none.
instruction not to answer?
It calls for a legal conclusion, and it
Whew. He can't even get his shit
Fifth
together to
Amendment.
be like, what am I
He's like, it
objecting?
calls-
Holy shit.
calls
Don't
for
tell
a
anybody you hit
Prior
him.
to May 22nd, 2016, had
It's like liar, liar when it's like, because it's devastating to my case.
Exactly. Exactly. So the next
you
installment will
ever
be
struck
when they
with
get
your
into
hand
it.
or fist Johnny Depp?
Johnny,
how can I turn this around? How can I make
when
this about
Johnny
me?
would be hitting me, I did my best to
She's
stand up on my 2 feet, emotionally and physically. I did my best to defend myself.
Objection, non-responsive, move to strike.
and she's like, stand up on my 2 feet, emotionally, physically.
Uh-huh.
Set my
Uh-huh.
hands as best
Got it.
as I
Story
could.
time. Story
I
time.
tried
Yeah.
to
Okay, Ms. Hurd, prior to May 21,
They're over there like-
2016,
Mhm,
had
what do
you
we do?
ever
Break time.
thrown an object at Mr. Depp that hit him in his body?
Oh man.
I
Look
don't
at
know.
Harder,
I
it's
don't
like-
remember.
I don't remember.
He
that
wants
I
to be
chopped
like-
off
Had you
his finger.
ever slapped him prior to May 22, 2016 with your
Exit
hand?
stage left.
Exactly.
Like I said, Johnny's a much bigger man than
Much
me.
bigger.
And
Yeah,
when a bigger
much
man
bigger.
Much
slaps
bigger.
you
That's
around,
why I threw things at
you
him.
do your best
Yeah.
to defend yourself if you
Yeah.
can. And I don't know to what extent I was able to do that.
We're going to take a short break.
I don't even know. We're done.
Break
She's like,
time.
okay.
Stat. Get the fuck out of here.
What
Stop
is the
talking.
purpose of the, what is the purpose of the
Stop.
break?
We're entitled to a break, and we're taking a break.
No, not yet. May we ask what the purpose of the break is?
Yeah, we're entitled to a
God.
break, and we're
All right. Anyway, it's like we're taking a break, and she's like,
Get me out of here.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
think
my
any of
God.
either of them expected it. So I guess we'll have we'll have the lineup of the allegations against her in the next video.
In
but-
the next one, it goes. Oh man, it goes out with a bang. It's so
Oh,
good.
God. They
Because
ask
now-
her at one point, they're like, "Oh, are you know, whatever," in a much more direct way. Are you responsible for his finger? She's like, "That's a ridiculous accusation."
That's a ridiculous accusation.
She says it like that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Shit.
Let's see what the people think.
The people
The people are with us. You with
I
us,
could
people?
not
You with us?
hold back with the police officer shit.
Just like,
And then in Virginia, they straight up asked, "Didn't you say this to Josh?" And Melissa Saints is like, "No,
no, I didn't say it to that. What's she
the
call
fuck
him?
not."
A basic looking white guy or just
Yeah.
plain looking white dude. M's Morph,
Oh,
thank
nice.
you so much. I started watching the trial by chance when Camille was starting cross, which was awesome. On her, now almost an expert. I wish I wasn't. Sending love from the UK. Love you too. Thank you, M's. Yeah, Camilla did great in her cross. Lindsay, thank you so much.
So
it's
good.
so funny how she remembers every detail of her dramatic stories, but can't remember what the police asked her. P.S. If a 200-pound man hit a woman multiple times until she loses count, she would be absolutely done for. Agreed.
There is
Yeah.
no way on this earth that Johnny Depp weighs 200 pounds.
One at his heaviest, he was probably like $180.
Yeah, dude. No way.
But agreed that if he's, again, everything that he did was as hard as he could. As hard as he could. He's a grown man. Like, if there would be damage dealt. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
No.
I'm just Iron Bark.
He's like about the size of, well, you and I are pretty much the same size, and he's like about the same size as us. And I know we don't weigh 200 pounds.
No. I weigh 170 and I work out.
Yeah.
So, thank you both for your time and dedication. Thank you, Ironbark. It's been great to see the truth. Queensland, Australia, and there's all the stuff that can kill you. Right there.
Yep.
Still want to go.
I would go.
Kiwi Gal, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing this with us all from Brisbane, Australia. You got a lot of
Thanks for hanging.
Aussies. Thanks for hanging. James, thank you. Even if Amber's statements had any truth in them, her parasite friends did nothing to help Amber escape from this abusive relationship. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
They were all
happy
very
to go on private jet rides to France and fancy lifestyles and buckets of wine. No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, they lived rent free in the penthouses right next door, but they didn't care to get it out of there. Thank you so much for that, Kiarte. Super Panda. Not just a regular panda, Super Panda. It cracked me up when Mr. Vague and ambiguous as Blair, if she was reading from something and she very sassy replied that she was just remembering. You know, something that someone across the table can't do. Jennifer, thank you so much. Thank you both for the time spent editing and compiling all the volumes of things over the years. It's been my pleasure.
No problem.
Both of us. It has been our pleasure to go and comb through this. Kelly Brunner, again, thank you so much.
I have to say, it really has been like one of the great pleasures of my life to like have this adventure and know all of you and all the stuff that's happened and go to Virginia and do it. And he won, and holy shit, what a ride.
that was it. That was like the peak right there when he won.
Yeah.
You know, this whole like tiresome journey, but it's been so fulfilling, and it's really been wonderful. Let's see, stoked to catch a live here in New Zealand. Brian, you're the reason I knew I could trust my gut that Amber was lying. This is why I've been this. Jax, I loved the road to Fairfax. I wanted to let you give you some love on that. So appreciative you two are bringing this to us. For those who don't know, Jax had a podcast with the Real Lord Beef. For everyone familiar should know who that is. And they did a podcast leading up to Virginia, the months leading up to it. So really great.
If you want to know a bunch of stuff about the UK trial and all kinds of things leading up to the trial in Fairfax, you can check it out. It's the Movie Myths and Monsters podcast. When Laura and I did it, we only did audio versions. So you can find it on the Apple Podcast app, Spotify, all that type of stuff. But there's about 22 installments of the Road to Fairfax. It's free. If you want to check it out, there's a lot of details about the London trial. And enjoy.
Yeah, the nonsense around that trial. It's really good. Go check it out. It'll get you all caught up. It's extensive, very extensive, and they worked really hard on it. For those who don't know, that is it. The getting up and leaving is it for part 7. If you got to go, you got to go. I will go through super chats. We'll have a little discussion here. We're ahead of the normal schedule in terms of time, so we're doing all right. So we got time to just talk it out and go over some super chats here and then get on with our weekends. But if you got to go, we appreciate you hanging out with us. We appreciate you stopping in. Thank you so much. Yeah, we do. Thank you so much, Daniela. No damage, no bruises. Ain't that right, Johnny's girl? No damage, no bruises. Nobody saw anything. Rachel, thank you so much for that super sticker. That is
Oh
Very
man,
fantastic. Thank
I'm
you so much.
getting clipped and tagged on Instagram already for my
Yeah.
my interruption. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes it
Immortalized.
just boils up in you, and even though
It
it's
was
like the
like
100th time dealing with this shit, even when we were in Virginia, I could not. While she was on the stand, fuck that, bro. Like I kept like walking around our hangout and going outside, and like I was just like pacing around, like ha.
I can't. You just get up from the couch and be like, I can't.
I
Out.
can't. I gotta go outside, take a lap, and be back.
I'm telling you, immortalized. Oh, that's great. It was like the voice of God. No, you didn't.
No, they didn't.
You two need a holiday. I pinned that for that reason.
Yeah, we'll go
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
All
We'll go
of
to.
us.
I guess we'll go to Australia. Clearly.
Sure.
Cover that. I'm so addicted to this train wreck. Can't look away. That's how it is. That's how it is. Can't look away. Joe again. No. I meant long live the sass. We got it. We got it for days. We got it by the bucket load, Joe.
It never ends.
Miss Ace. Hi, Brian. Been a fan since 2018. Thanks for all the work. 2018 was the birth of my channel. So
Yeah.
been there since the beginning. Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Amber again, thank you. But we're gonna miss this. I know y'all are so over this, but we'll miss it. Y'all have to continue to do collaborations. Of course we will.
Oh, for sure
yeah.
There'll be collabs. There's lots more to come on the Myth and Monsters podcast. We got some fun stuff lined up. That'll be things will continue. As we evolve away from Amber specifically, stuff will definitely continue though.
Absolutely. We have dubbed this I don't know, this pairing, what do we call it? Professional nonsense? Something like that. Yeah.
Bullshit twins.
Oh, Natalie. Oh, God. I love that teeter off. Oh, God. This is like pulling teeth. This is like pulling teeth. Wait, JD can do dentistry. He can.
Yeah.
Yeah, JD says I'm also a dentist too, and he appeared for the VMAs, which was a pretty awesome gig. I like that.
That was awesome. I loved it.
Abilene, thanks guys. I love the commentary breaks. Yeah, we need them just for our own for this.
Yes.
Maggie, thank you so much. It's so good to know there are people who can see through this, willing to step into the viper's nest. Huge thanks to both of you. Love from Australia again. Thank you so much. Amanda,
these guys don't know that we went to the trial. Oh my God, I see all kinds of comments. Did you go
we were
in person?
there.
Both of you guys were there? Yeah, dude, we were there all 6 weeks.
Yeah, go check it out.
Entire
I mean, so we didn't, once it became just a mess of trying to get in and people trampling other people to get in and showing up at 9 p.m. the night before to get in, we streamed it, but we were still in Virginia. We were still in Fairfax.
So we went to the trial the first month, basically. Attended in
person. We saw like all of Johnny's. We were there for all of Johnny's testimony,
and then pretty much the last like 2.5 weeks was real hard to get in with Amber on the stand and everything kind of exploding. So then we watched from home. We streamed from our spot,
and that way we could scream at the TV.
And walk around outside and
walk around and
conniptions and tweet and do all kinds of shit.
Yeah, and order lunch and have a drink and just chill as much as we could.
No, we weren't there for the verdict. No, we all left. That was too long to stay.
Correct. Yeah, the verdict with no one knowing exactly how long that would take. It was just the ride was over.
Got out of Dodge.
Mary, thank you so much. It's really not clear. Oh wait, I need to thank Amanda. You gave 2 back-to-back super stickers. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much. Mary, thank you. It's really not clear to me how she got away with it. How did Johnny settle after this depo? Thanks for the videos. Okay. I can see how you say she got away with it up until now. In terms of settling, he didn't settle. A lot of people think that he gave her $7 million to walk away and just kind of hush. It was actually neither one of them could speak about it. Neither one of them could speak about the relationship or cause anything disparaging to even be said or written about the other person. And $7 million was basically what was left after all of her debts were paid and all of that. $7 million was basically what was left that was owed to her, just as splitting the assets of the 15-month marriage. So that's all that was.
These guys are going to go try to find us in the court streams. I don't think you will. I did everything in my power to sit all the way against the wall, number one, so I could take a nap, and also to be out of view of
you can
the
see
cameras.
you can see
Brian
me in
and
a
I
couple
were
of them.
not trying to sit like way close, like, and it was also more comfortable in the back rows.
We gravitated toward the back week after
We
week.
always sat on Johnny's side. I mean, if
We
people
always
want
sat
to
on
go
Johnny's
look,
side,
we did
yeah.
always sit behind Johnny.
But we were okay with not doing this because there was some battling to get up close,
There was some,
and you and I didn't want to take part in that. And
I didn't want to be crushed up.
I didn't want to be
against people,
crushed.
like, who
I didn't
cares?
want to be like tucked in or anything like that. So we got to where we would sit in the back. As it got more and more crowded, we would sit just pretty much all the way in the back, and we were like,
Yeah.
oh, look at all this leg room.
We
Look
were
at
like
this
lounged
space.
out. It was fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. So it
A few
worked
days
out
we sat in the
perfectly.
front. I remember one day in particular, which was the first day that Johnny took the stand, that we were sitting in the first row.
The first row you can sit, which was like 3 rows back.
Yeah.
Lisa, thank you so much. It's now my birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa. Everyone wish Lisa happy birthday. In London, and my creative wine didn't show up, and neither did Johnny. I'm so hurt. But heading to sleep, you can still get the wine. You can go out and get some wine, and there's probably a guy named Johnny somewhere out there.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, though. But heading to sleep now. Thank you so much. Have a good sleep and a happy birthday. Amber, again, thank you so much, Amber. Jax, I've been getting on the treadmill and working out too. Glad you're getting back to what you want to do. Brian, I also work full time, and I'm a master's program, and know how difficult this must be.
Thank you.
You got a lot
Go ahead.
lot going on. No. You got a lot going on. So that's
there's always a lot going on, but holy shit, I gotta lose this gut that I acquired through the pandemic. So yeah, we've been back to work.
We put on weight during the trial too. That's all we did was just eat and sleep.
Bro, I know that we've talked about this a bunch, but I could not get enough to eat while we were in Virginia.
That's all we did.
Holy shit.
We had subs one day, and it was
God.
like 45 minutes after we had them, we were in the car, and you were like,
God,
are you hungry? And I was like, yes, I'm hungry. You're like, that was like air.
We had Subway, and I'm just like, that was air. I didn't eat anything. Like,
It's
let's
like I
go
just passed it
get a
right
drink
by.
and a feast.
Yeah. And we went to that burger place that we went to a few times.
Oh yeah, but I think that was like, that had to be from stress. Like, we were so stressed out, and I was just like bulldozering food into me.
And you're awake like 20 hours out of the
Oh, yeah.
day, so
It was
you're just
horrendous.
you're burning constantly. Amber, again, thank you all for everything. Much gratitude. Amber, thank you so much. You're a repeat offender on here, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh man,
Cabrera, Blair for president. Yeah, she's got my vote.
She's a beast.
She's awesome. Kimmy Davis, thank you so much. Y'all should really be drinking. I'm drinking at Kamikaze. Have a great weekend, you two. Yeah, we really should be.
We should be. I thought about it, but I'm like, it's a long weekend. I'm gonna have a barbecue and drinking.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, I hope my folks grill out and we'll go see them this weekend, I hope. Ann Howery, again, thank you so much, Ann. I know you've come back to us as well. Bobby Cat, thank you both.
I see Becca in the comments. Dunkin' Donuts was the hot spot. You damn right.
Yeah, it was. It was in the parking lot, for crying out loud.
It was in the parking lot.
You could
bro.
just walk out to it. It was dangerous.
Oh god.
We've reached Jackson's
was
boiling
so
point.
clutch.
I pinned some of these. This is when it's like you.
Oh, I
This is
love
when
it.
you chimed in. Brian, Axios stopped working.
Ah! Oh my god. People don't
short-
understand that
short
level of
circuited.
laughter was like every 2 minutes in Virginia. Just
Oh yeah,
straight
because
crying.
it was this
Fuck.
just amplified.
Yeah.
It was like I was a lot more like off my rocker than I
both
try to be
were.
like I try to be very super like
Nah, Brian was
civil here.
unleashed in Virginia, and I could fucking not stop crying. Oh my god.
a lot more curse words. Karen, super sticker. Thank you so much, Karen. Against the Tide. Jax, 2 seconds later, I would have done a spit take. I'm gonna let you read some of these.
Please make it short of the Jackson Brian techno glitch so we all can replay on a loop.
Yeah.
When I need a Valve release, it's already on Instagram getting tagged. People are cracking up. Hilarious. I
Oscar
could
goes
not-
to
I couldn't
Jax
hold
for
back.
authentic reaction to the BS. Yes, Bobby.
That's how it was, man.
Oh my God. Isn't the
Ah,
acting awfully guilty by being so guarded with each answer? Yes.
yes.
You are correct. Natasha, thank you guys. You make me laugh. That's why I'm able to watch it, or else I'm incapable to watch it, and she is too much. Agreed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, Natasha. I agree with you 100%. Instant karma. Everyone, please pray for Mama T's son, for her and her family. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thoughts and
Shout
prayers
out
go
to
out to
them.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
for whatever you're going through. Aaron, but Rocky called the cops. There's a recording. It sounds like
We
her.
presume.
It certainly sounds like her. You can't confirm, but it does sound like her. Anna.
What are perjuries?
Look at my cats laughing with your interjection. Oh my fucking God. Is our lawyer Saul Goodman? Better call Saul. JD, only 30 pounds bigger. Yep.
Yep.
Nash Dog Mom, incredible, frustrating, incredible. Thank you. Yep.
Totally.
Kiwi, the icy stare of a liar. Yep. They need a break to get her story straight. She's pathetic. Agreed. Laura, Jackson, your laugh makes me laugh. Yeah, it's infectious. Love you guys from the UK. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's very, very infectious. Let me see when that one was.
Oh man.
6:28. Let me get back to some of these and see if I can't.
No, we didn't get yelled at for laughing in the courtroom because we didn't do it loud.
It wasn't audible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just kind of like leaned over and was like laughing to myself.
Yeah, that's because they told you every day.
Yeah. No laughing, no responding, no. Yeah.
Correct. Sorry, I'm trying to go through and get back up here to the top of these because I know there's some more super chats coming in. And if you want to, if you got to go, you got to go. Understand that we still got 4,000 people in here somehow.
Yeah, no. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's
watching
chill Friday evening.
Like mess around, but it is a chill Friday evening. So I'm gonna just click on these as I get to them instead of starring them. I'll just click on them as I go.
The wee feckin' donkey. Hell yeah.
Donkey.
Oh my God. TJ took me out with that last
I love that. Scott in Nebraska. Where are you from, Scott? Help. Timeline of 30th. JD's mom passing, cabinet video, and the phone incident, please. Okay.
Cabinet video is unrelated to JD's mom passing or this incident. It's in February.
Correct. It was in February. It was related to him having millions of dollars stolen from him by people he trusted for years. Yeah, that's when he found that out. Cabinet video, yeah, and phone incident, yeah. Those are.
If you want to have a whole timeline of May 21st and the week after, go to my Movie Missing Monsters channel. We have the hoax demolition video.
Yeah, go check it out. People have been getting a lot more views lately.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check it out. It is in detail. Thank you, Carrie Spicer. 911 stretcher would be taking her out of there. Correct.
Totally.
Susie, thank you. Also need a short of your faces, by the way, Brian. For your self-portrait, your face was an exact photo, still encapsulation of your illustration. Yeah. Finally making it alive. This has been rewarding big time. Oz.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I think I really captured us, Jax, with her pointing. Haha.
Yes, totally.
Go F yourself. They're up here in the corner. If you can see them, Jax and Brutus, and then myself, absolutely distracted.
Haha, fuck you, and Brutus being his little goofball self.
He's a goofball piglet. She's a hot mess. Love from Scotland. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. She is a hot mess.
Totally.
Love you. Never change. Thanks for the ride. Great work. Listening to Fairfax with Laura B. Great job. Yes, great job, ladies. But honestly, isn't it killing you?
Both.
Killing you both. Yeah, I assume. Get a mega pint on me.
I mean, it's irritating, but like I said, I'm happy to be able to like share it with you guys and put it out there because I think it's important, even though we sort of act annoyed and laugh a lot and stuff.
Yeah. Jonathan again at the part where Jax lost it. Yep, absolutely.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd just be like that sometimes. My God. Shit. You had to go through the effort of hearing that going, oh, hell no. Unmuting your mic.
Yeah. and just
you made several decisions. several decisions along the way and just fully committed. I love
I
it.
held it back for a second. I was like, should I? Like, I don't want to interrupt your thing, whatever. And I was
I
like,
don't
fuck
care.
this. Unmute, bitches.
Sharna Burns, thank you so much. Could you please do Johnny's Epos from the Sun trial? I think the snippets I've seen were the Sun trial. Love from Brisbane, Australia. So this is a correction we made a few times. The bits you've seen were from when he was suing the Mandels and TMG and all that, and he's set for a deposition for that. And this was brought up in the Rocky Brooks case and stuff. Yeah, that's what it was. That's actually what it was. They talk about the Mandels and stuff during that, I think. But it was the Rocky Brooks case. Correct. Thank you for the correction. He didn't do a depo for the UK case. And none of the UK is televised or anything. It's transcripts you can get on nickwallace.com and read the entire thing if you'd like.
Johnny did not do a depo for this. There's
UK.
no video deposition available for this. There's no video. He did not do a deposition in 2016, and there's nothing for the London trial. So the only videos we have are the clips that you've seen from the Rocky Brooks deposition, where he's talking about his finger.
Correct. Lindsay Hinson, thank you so much. As someone who has been abused, sorry about that, Lindsay. My first reaction was to believe Amber Heard. Of course, that's what she's banking on. Even though I'm a fan of JD, it was your videos that made me start researching. It did not take long to see the truth. Thank you all. Thank you for all you both have done. Lindsay, yeah. Thank you for listening. No one blames you at all for believing you're straight out the gate. I mean, that's what she was banking on. That
was her intention. Yeah.
Yeah. The power dynamic and everything. Yeah. Johnny's big, strong, powerful man. She was nobody. That's how it was supposed to go.
Right.
I know there's some more down here. Miss Ace, Amber Pettigrew. Who is Amber?
I see some people picking on Nick Wallace. I just want to say, don't pick on Nick Wallace. He's got things are not always how they appear. Lots of bureaucracy and
agreed.
Stuff.
I got a chance to talk to Nick a few times in Virginia.
He's got some transcripts out from this trial, which is super helpful and nice.
Sheer Day, thank you again for coming back. When I had first heard of the allegations, I literally couldn't believe it. I really don't see him being like that. I grew up with him. I think that was a lot of people who just didn't initially believe it straight out the gate. They just thought it just doesn't make sense. Again, with us, it didn't pass the smell test, and
exactly
it caused us to ask questions, and it's okay to ask questions. It really is, folks. Michelle Don, just wanted to show support to you from the Gold Coast, Australia. I really admire you for putting so much effort and your free time into your initial videos. Just got to get the truth out. Take care. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you for that. To everyone out in Australia, thanks for joining in. I guess this is a good time for y'all. Angelica, hope Layla feels better soon. Keep on keeping on. Love you guys. Yeah, she's doing fine. She's kind of doped up and a little woozy. But she's doing good. She's spoiled rotten. She's 14 years old, and
baby.
And I love her to death.
Hell yeah.
She's seen me through a lot. Aura Morning, pledging every mega pint when this is done. You rock. Thank you very much. I need to have one. I need to have one or two or
8.
However many. Just 8. Yeah. Whatever's in the fridge. Miss Ace again. Hello from my humble village in Iskut, BC. Iskut, BC. Your reach is amazing. So happy you're doing more lives. You were missed on YouTube greatly. Stay awesome and hydrated this long weekend, Brian and Jax. We will. We absolutely will. We'll be on other ends of the country, but we'll be in touch and having a good holiday weekend. Thank you for that, Miss Ace.
Show.
Let's see. Anything else? I think that might be it. All right. I think we're all caught up. Okay. So with that being said, still 3,800 people in here.
Nice.
So we appreciate it. Yeah.
I like when we get a lot of people watching. It's important for the information to penetrate and get out.
I like when we get people in here. Thank you for asking the tough questions. I wish I had someone like you around to defend me. Just always got to ask the questions.
For sure.
You got to be willing to.
Don't ever let nobody tell you can't ask.
Becca, always good to see Becca. Becca's good people, y'all. Just posted
Love
3 pics.
Becca. Fucking love Becca. We hung out a lot in Virginia.
Yeah, Becca's she was just awesome to show us around and let us know the ropes, and she's just really, really nice. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Just posted 3 pics of all of us in the gallery from court when the camera panned to the gallery during sidebars and breaks. See comments under your video post on Twitter.
Sweet, thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Becca. So yeah, if you go to my or mine or Jax's or whoever's Twitter video post. Awesome.
Probably yours, because I quote tweeted you. So the post for the link to this video, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we'll find it. I hit going out live. Thank you so much for that, Becca. That's awesome. I didn't know if you could see us or not. I knew my nephew said he saw me a couple days when he found out I went. Miss Ace again. Yes, you said Iska like it's good. Oh, awesome. Nice. Seeing JD and Amber the first time seemed off. Yeah, some people saw her coming a mile away.
Yeah. Yes, there will be another installment next week. We're not finished yet.
Yes, we have one more installment because we just started this mess of now she's going to get asked the tough questions.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, wait, she might have been the abuser. And just like that, 45 minutes worth of more questioning. And then she walks out the door and drops everything.
Yep.
Because she wants you to think she didn't want this tried in the media. She wanted this tried in the media. It's what she's trying to do now. She thought, hey, I won the UK case, or I didn't win it. The Sun won it. I was a witness in it. And she thought if she doesn't win this, she'll try it in the media. And that's what she's trying to do. This whole thing was she'll drop it, but she'll keep talking in the media. She'll do the op-ed. She'll do a speech. I mean, there's a million things. Yeah, interviews, speeches, PSAs, whatever she can do. I mean, she made
y'all should see in the unsealed documents where she wanted her sexual assault claims televised, but then wanted to not have her cross-examination televised.
Correct. She wanted to be able to tell the stories, and all the dramatics, but she didn't want you to see her questioned or countered with any evidence about it, which is
obviously that did not fly.
No, it did not. Paula, thank you so much. Hella late. What monster schedules 2-hour meeting on a Friday before a long weekend? Seriously, quit your job. Anyways, thank you for all y'all do. Here's the start. Here's the start. The journey.
Thank you. Thanks for joining. The fact that some of y'all say you grab drinks and relax to this on a Friday evening, I'm like, I can't wait to go sit on my couch and watch the Dodgers game.
Like Giver, you don't have Twitter. Like Giver, you're a regular here. Consider yourself lucky. I think that's to say you can't see us on Becca's things, but we'd be like out of focus and back in the background anyway.
Right.
Just looking all pensive. Just thank you guys. Good night from Sweden.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks everyone for hanging around. You guys really usually when I say, hey, we got to go, it's just like you just see it go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, usually when we say it's the end of the tape for the day, it's like mass exodus. So that's cool.
That's cool. She walked out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, of the deposition and everything else. If you go back and watch toward the end of this, they straight up ask her, did you ever commit domestic violence against Johnny Depp? And immediately everyone panics.
Yep.
And then as soon as Harder's like,
run away.
We're taking a break, she gets up and it's like mic still attached and everything. So yeah, she walked out and it's about to get real good. Elaine, welcome back, Elaine. Thank you for the super sticker. Let's see, I got my yeah, it's like hanging out with friends. That's why we're here. Thank you. Yeah. I really do enjoy it. I really do enjoy this. I like letting, watch the replay. Absolutely. I kind of like letting the audience drive.
Yeah, me too.
I like when we get to stop and all I have to do is click on comments and the audience gets to kind of drive where the conversation goes.
Yeah.
And you and I have been following this enough that if one of us doesn't know something, the other one does, and we can usually field any question that people have.
Yeah. Let's go Dodgers. Nice.
How come her face goes like looking towards the sky and then stares at you with evilness?
Oh,
Straight to
God.
JD's lawyer. Yeah, it's because she has to look
Because she is.
confused, and yeah, she's got to look confused and very, very I don't know, like overwhelmed sometimes with I don't even know, I'm so traumatized. She doesn't even know how to look traumatized.
No, she
And
doesn't.
then when she's actually busted in something, she's like, how dare you look?
I see Secrets Mixed Squirrel is plugging my brother's YouTube channel. So yeah, go check it out. Air Scare Stories if you like airplane accidents.
Yeah.
Stories and
Were
videos.
y'all in the courtroom when Elaine mentioned incredibly average? No.
I don't think we were. That was later, yeah.
That was later on the couch for that one.
Yes, I do recall being on the couch.
But I was mentioned.
And laughing a lot about it.
And laughing. I absolutely I loved it. I love that they had to say at least my username. There it is. Air Scare Stories, Jackson's brother.
Yeah. He's fun.
Good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Persian Princess. When will he know outcome of the appeal from Austin?
Like 2 years from now.
It could be. Yeah, it could be up to 2 years.
Yeah.
She'll be filing her official appeal soon.
Like this week, I think. This coming week.
I see Brian in 2 shots, Jackson 1. I'm even in 1. Oh, you were there?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go see that.
I can't wait to see people clipping all the clips.
Oh my
There we
God.
go. There we go. Show
Thank
some love.
you.
Also,
appreciate that a lot.
If you're in here and you've been watching these, or if you're one of my subscribers, go sub to Jax's channel, Movie Myths and Monsters.
Yeah, come hang out. Brian chills over there. We do relaxed live streams.
Yeah,
we don't talk about this madness.
Yeah, because eventually we're gonna Slovakia. Nice.
Hey.
Yeah, we are going to move on from this. That is going to happen, but the direction our channels take, it could be 2 separate directions, but we'll still collab with one another. Whereas, like, I think Jax, we're just going to do a lot more chill and discussion and conversation and everything like that. And I'll still be doing some more investigative type true crime stuff over here when I can. I still want to do that, just with other cases, and it doesn't have to be celebrity case. Doesn't have to be celebrity cases at all. Just cases of interest or that I believe should have your interest, more interest. And I kind of want to do that. Jax.
Yeah,
we've said it a few times.
It's called Movie Myths and Monsters. Here, I'll share a screen.
Here it is.
Boom.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
There it is.
There it is right there. There's our little peeps.
There's a peeps. Movie Myths and Monsters. Head on over.
Secret McSquirrel, putting a link in the chat.
Appreciate it.
Slow rolling, so you'll be able to find it. Yeah, go over there and hit the subscribe button. We're both over there. Jax makes her own stuff too, and she's over there just chilling. I join her every now and then. She's joining me every now and then, and we're just kind of back and forth, collabing and just kind of keeping the friendship going.
Whatever comes up.
Because we didn't know each other before this all started, so this is a horrific event to have to take place. But it's
been awesome. I've
gained some amazing friendships from it. So Lindsay, thank you so much, Lindsay. Have you guys heard the rumors about Amber Heard renting her daughter? What do you think about this? I didn't realize she was a mother until she mentioned it in the trial. Okay. Yeah. I agree with Jax. BS. Yeah. So the reason I say it is because I've seen the people mention it, or certain people mention it and really try to give it some sort of breath, and it's based on the size of the child, and the child that they reference as being bigger is her sister Whitney's child. Her sister Whitney has 2 children
Yeah.
that I believe split Amber's child, Una, and that's just
Right.
it. She's not renting a kid, folks. I mean,
No, no, no.
surrogacy is a thing. I 100% believe that's what happened, and I have no reason to believe otherwise, especially based on photos where it's clearly Whitney's first child that she's holding up, and that's the difference in size.
Yeah.
Just sub.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.
Jax's Monday stream was awesome. That's when y'all were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about. I tuned in and I was like, you got to watch The Boys. People were suggesting stuff to watch, and I was like, you got to watch it.
Everybody likes the coffee chill times, morning coffee time, hangout. Yeah, Secret Mix Squirrel is the legend of mods.
Seriously,
sure.
Secret. Yeah, thank you so much for everything you're doing for this channel and every other channel I see you on. I don't know how you do it. I don't know when you sleep.
Seriously.
I assume you're
She's in
three
Scotland.
three people using the account. That's what it is.
Honestly, 3 squirrels.
3 squirrels.
She's not Secret Squirrel, she's Super Squirrel. Fucking
I should draw Secret a squirrel. I should do that. That should be some sort of, because I mean I owe you at least that much. My goodness. We need Rocky's Depot because she was sobbing and she doesn't shed one tear. It is coming. She doesn't.
It's coming. God.
Amazing. When's the clip of her eating during the depot? So that's when she comes. That's when she comes back from this. Yeah, and she's being grilled pretty heavily about being the abuser, and this is when she starts just like smacking the food.
Gotta eat her cookies.
Gotta eat her cookies to waste the time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll roll through a few more of these, and then we probably got to bounce. We're just over the 2-hour mark, and 2 hours usually the cutoff point. Great job,
that's
you guys.
Enough.
Thank you, K Worthy. Yeah, that's enough. Guys, we really appreciate it. I got a couple more to click on, so you can. I'm cutting you off. We appreciate the support.
Thank you.
We really, really do. I can't thank you all enough. We really love you guys coming and hanging out with us every time we do these. Short notice sometimes. Thank you so much. Have YouTube been following the Manson case at all? Thanks, guys. Love you both. A little. Just because we do have friends that do the YouTube thing and they've been following it much more heavily than we have been. Colonel Kurtz and Legal Bites and people like that have been following. I think Rob's been getting in on it now too. A little bit.
I watched Rob's live stream last night. The stuff that's coming up about that lawyer and the one accuser is very interesting. I'm definitely following from arm's length. I won't be like diving in and doing any of my own specific videos on it or anything. But yeah, I'm definitely watching.
It is in capable hands. Legal Bites, Law and Lumber, Colonel Kurtz, people like that. Go subscribe. Andrea Burkhart. I think that's her YouTube, right? It's just her name, Andrea Burkhart.
Yes.
So any of those 4, go subscribe to them. They've been on it from the jump and they're going to stay on it, and it's in more than capable hands.
Totally.
And we will follow it and follow along with them and let them feed us and inform us. And that's how I feel I'm going to treat that.
Yes, same.
Guys, you think Amber's ever going to leave Johnny alone? No, I don't. I think if she has a path back to him in any way to do his thing,
to court, back to whatever,
back to court, back to anything, just nothing. So, and I think this is a good. Hold on. I found it. Kelly Brunner, you get to do this because I know you super chatted at least a couple times. So I'm going to sign off, guys.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful. It's been really, really fun. And until next time, if there's a next time, take care. Jax, it's been real.
See y'all later. Bye.